In 1929, the American stock market crashed. It wasn't just numbers falling, it was lives, dreams, and entire futures shattered overnight. Banks collapsed, factories shut down, millions lost their jobs, children went to bed hungry, fear replaced hope. This was the Great Depression, the worst economic disaster the world had ever seen. And in the middle of that storm, on August 30th, 1930, in a modest home in Omaha, Nebraska, a boy was born. At just 6 years old, he started selling bottles of Coca-Cola for a tiny profit. At age 11, he made his first investment, City Service Preferred. At 13, he filed his first tax return and claimed a deduction for his bicycle and his watch. And this boy would one day become one of the richest men the world has ever known. This is the story of Warren Buffett. The crash of 1929 didn't just change the country, it changed the Buffett family too. Warren's father, Howard Buffett, worked at a bank, but when the Great Depression hit, the banks collapsed. Savings vanished, jobs disappeared, and Howard lost his livelihood. But he didn't give up. He studied finance. He started over as a stockbroker. Later, he would enter politics and serve as a U.S. congressman. But through every chapter, he remained steady, honest, and strong. He became Warren's first teacher, his greatest inspiration. Even as a child, Warren wasn't like other kids. While others played games, he read financial books. While others dreamed of toys, he dreamed of business. His father saw the spark in Warren's eyes, a deep, burning curiosity for the stock market. One day, Howard took young Warren on a trip to Wall Street. The moment Warren stood in front of the New York Stock Exchange, he didn't just see buildings, he saw his future. He returned home with a silent promise. One day, I'll be part of this world. Not long after, Warren convinced his father to help him buy 3 shares of City Service Preferred, 2 for himself and 1 for his sister Doris. He was just 11 years old. He bought the shares at $38 each, but soon the price dropped to $27. He panicked, but waited. Then it rose again to $40. He sold them all quickly, relieved to make a small profit. But then, the stock kept rising all the way to $200. That was his first lesson. Be patient. Let your winners run. Warren didn't just study money, he earned it. He sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola, and magazines door to door. He ran paper routes, delivering newspapers at 5 a.m. every morning. He even placed pinball machines in local barbershops and earned a steady stream of quarters. By the time he was 15, he had saved over $2,000. In the 1940s, a small fortune. He used that money to buy farmland in Nebraska. Yes, as a teenager, he became a landlord. Warren enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania at just 16, but he wasn't happy there. So he transferred to the University of Nebraska, closer to home. At just 19, he earned a bachelor's degree in business administration. He then applied to Harvard Business School, but they rejected him. They said he was too young. He was crushed, but not defeated. Instead, he applied to Columbia Business School, just to study under his idol, Benjamin Graham, the father of value investing. He got in, and there he learned the philosophy that would shape his entire future. Buy great businesses for less than they're worth. After graduating from Columbia, Warren had just one dream: to work for his mentor, Benjamin Graham. At first, Graham said no. Warren returned to Omaha and waited. Then one day, the call came. In 1954, Warren was offered a job at the Graham-Newman Corporation in New York. He was just 23 years old. For 2 years, he worked side by side with the man he once studied under. And when Graham retired in 1956, Warren returned to Omaha with lessons that would guide him for the rest of his life. Back in Omaha, he joined his father's brokerage office. But deep down, he felt restless. He didn't just want to advise others, he wanted to invest his way. So in 1956, with just $105,000 pooled from friends and family, and only $100 of his own money, he launched his dream, Buffett Partnership Limited. He promised, if I don't make you money, I don't get paid. No big risks, no fancy offices, just a young man with a calculator, annual reports, and unstoppable focus.